This is Ken with TimeVisions.com. I'm here to provide a quick review of the new Reactor Poseidon limited edition ionized finished auto-quartz timepiece. That's a mouthful. Just a quick overview of the specs on this watch. This is first and foremost a 1,000 meter water resistant timepiece. So it is an extremely water resistant watch, really built as a tool diver, and we'll get into more on that in a minute. It's a 48 millimeter diameter case with a 17 millimeter height, 255 grams in weight, or 9 ounces for those of you who don't speak grams. It is driven by a Miyota auto-quartz movement, and for those of you who are into movements in your watches, this is one I bet you don't have. It is a really interesting movement. We'll get more into that later in the video. It has a exhibition case back and an internal rotating bezel. One of the things you'll find about this watch is immediately you see the finish on it, which is somewhat unique. It has a rainbow-like appearance, and it is what Reactor calls an ionized finish. This is really achieved by putting the watch in a plating chamber and using excess oxygen to create the unique finish that you see here. It actually changes the structure of the steel on the watch. It is literally not plated, so it will not come off. It's just a very unique finishing process, and each individual timepiece will have its own unique, slightly different look, and the colors will be in different locations on each individual watch. This timepiece is limited to only 200 pieces built for the entire planet. It is a very exclusive watch, not the least expensive watch we've ever had in stock, but I think as we walk you through, you'll see what makes this watch so very unique. First, the rotating internal bezel. If you look at the upper portion of the right side of the case of the watch, there is an upper, we'll call it a function pusher. It's not really a pusher, it's a screw down upper crown, and that control is used to rotate the inner bezel of the watch. Why was that important? Well, as a scuba diver, I can tell you that good practice is to do a safety stop at around 10 feet at the end of your dive. You plan your dive time using the normal external rotating bezel on the outside of the watch, and this internal rotating bezel is used to actually plan the safety stop, so you'll know when you've been hanging for 10 minutes you can go to the surface. Very cool feature if you're a true diver. You'll see here the watch uses something called never dark technology, which is a patented term that Reactor has put together. It's really a combination of a chemical lume process combined with a gas-filled tube, constantly glowing process. This watch and every Reactor watch features 8 full layers of superluminova. We've handled a lot of timepieces here at Time Visions. We get literally to touch thousands of them each year. I can tell you without hesitation that our Reactor line, these watches have the best nighttime glow that you will find, that we've ever found in any of the watches that we carry. And the superluminova will absorb light during the day and emit it at night in the form of a glow. And the tritium tubes, when the superluminova finally does run out, the tritium tubes take over, and you'll be able to see those at any time. There's no charging of them required for them to glow. Let's touch base on this auto-quartz movement that drives this watch. Many of you collectors are probably very much familiar with seeing a rotor on the back of a watch, and that is normally used to spin from the motion of the watch on your arm, and that spinning motion in a traditional automatic will wind the mainspring of a watch, which applies power to drive the timekeeping functions. The auto-quartz is different. It actually also has a battery inside of it, and the movement of the rotor is not used to charge a mainspring. It actually charges the battery of the watch, which is a very cool and unique feature. If you've never had a timepiece with this type of capability, it's something you may want to check out. As opposed to a mechanical automatic timepiece, where you will be able to shake it, so to speak, and get the watch running in 10-15 seconds perhaps. You may have to wind or shake this watch for up to a minute to get it going, because you're charging a battery, not the mainspring, and it does take a little bit of a charge to get it started. A little bit of a difference between this and a traditional mechanical automatic, but absolutely a very, very cool feature. The packaging of this Reactor Poseidon really matches the quality of the overall timepiece. It is a very substantially sized presentation box. Each presentation box has a limited edition plate on it that actually matches the limited edition number of the watch that you will be receiving. And it also includes a second strap for the watch. This is an interchangeable strap system. The watch comes on a bracelet with the ionized finish, but that can be removed using the 2 custom screwdrivers that are packaged with the watch. And you can quickly change it over to the silicone strap, which is extremely comfortable and will reduce the weight of the watch somewhat as well. Well, that's about it for our review of this new Reactor Poseidon model. We really appreciate the time you spent with us here watching this review. If you have any questions about this watch or any other watch we have for sale for that matter, please don't hesitate to drop us a note at sales@timevisions.com. Thanks, everyone.